Welcome to Learn Short and Typing with Vikas sir. The Hindu editorial dictation heading is Pitted Battle. स्टूडेंट्स आपकी एसएससी की आंसर की आ चुकी है और ओनली आपके पास 2 ही महीने हैं आपके पास जो आपकी प्रिपरेशन को और आपको बिल्कुल अच्छे से तैयार करना है कि आपको जो द हिंदू एडिटोरियल की डिक्टेशन भी मिलेगी, प्रोग्रेसिव भी मिलेगी, कैलाश चंद्रा भी मिलेगी, सभी की डिक्टेशन हम आपको लिए प्रोवाइड करेंगे विद पीडीएफ। और ये आपकी जो द हिंदू एडिटोरियल की डिक्टेशन होगी हर रोज़ के 1000 वर्ड्स आपको डिक्टेशन दिए जाएंगे विद पीडीएफ। इसको आप सुनिए, ध्यान से सुनिए और इसको टाइप कीजिए। बी रेडी, स्टार्ट। The Central Bureau of Investigation has accused Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia and 14 others of corruption in the implementation of the Excise Policy 2021-22 in the National Capital Territory. On Friday, the agency searched Mr. Sisodia's house and also multiple locations in the country. Mr. Sisodia has said he expects the agency to arrest him soon. On July 21, Lieutenant Governor Vinay Kumar Saxena had recommended a CBI probe after the Chief Secretary of the Delhi government submitted a report alleging ulterior motive of monetary gains on the part of the abused in the implementation of the new policy which the Delhi government then withdrew. The controversial policy, which was rolled out on November 17, 2021, had privatized and liberalized the liquor trade, with the Aam Aadmi Party government projecting a revenue increase of 9,500 crore. The report has accused Mr. Sisodia of deliberate and gross procedural lapses to give undue benefits to liquor licenses through the policy and receiving kickbacks through clandestine routes, which the CBI is probing. Aam Aadmi Party has claimed that the new policy made the liquor trade more beneficial for the public exchequer and consumers. Next para. The merits of the case remain a subject matter of investigation, but hardly anyone expects the CBI to be impartial. Stop. The agency has been blatantly misused by the BJP and the center to target political opponents and states run by the opposition. The BJP has been successful in putting its opponents on the defensive through CBI and ED investigation on a regular basis. The irony in this instance is that Aam Aadmi Party has been a votary of strong central laws and central institutions to combat corruption, having transformed itself into a political party after beginning as an anti-corruption campaign platform. Its popularity in Delhi has curiously alternated with its principal opponents. The BJP won all 7 Lok Sabha seats twice over during the same period. Aam Aadmi's welfare schemes in Delhi helped in replicate its popularity in Punjab, where it owned power but is now struggling to govern. Aam Aadmi Party's strategy has been to all over politicians and politics itself with the same brush while claiming to be the only incorruptible entity. Stop. Its attempts to reenact the script in Gujarat, the prestigious pedestal of the BJP where elections are due this year, were bound to invite the BJP's wrath. But Aam Aadmi Party has a lot to explain. It remains to be seen whether the holier than thou politics crafted by Aam Aadmi Party survives the non-prisoners approach of the BJP, even as it tries to frame the 2024 general election as a contest between Aam Aadmi Party Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal and Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Next para. Fight for survival. Start. The delicate but peaceful transition of power in Somalia earlier this year, after the delayed but successful completion of the legislative and presidential elections, had raised hopes that the conflict-stricken country in the Horn of Africa was finally moving towards some political stability. But Friday's siege of an upscale hotel in the capital Mogadishu, at least 20 people were killed, is a grave reminder of the security challenges the country is failing despite the promises made by the new administration of President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud to ideologically, financially and militarily defeat violent extremists. Armed militants stormed the hotel and took several civilians hostage before security personnel ended the siege about 30 hours later, as claimed by al-Sahab. This Al-Qaeda affiliated terror outfit, which controls much of southern and central parts of Somalia, has repeatedly targeted civilians and security personnel in government-controlled territories. In recent years, despite international counter-terror measures, al-Sahab has grown in strength, causing in on the humanitarian crisis in Somalia and the security crisis in neighboring countries. According to a 2020 report, it collects more revenue than the government has built one of the strongest terrorist machineries in the continent and is now seeking to expand its influence across the Horn of Africa. Next para. Somalia has long been called a failed or fragile state. It has also seen one of the biggest failures of international counter-terror operations. Civil conflicts in Somalia can be traced back to the dictatorship of General Syed Barre. As Barre's regime collapsed in 1991, the country fell into chaos and civil war, with different clan-based armed groups fighting one another. Since then, Somalia has been several attempts to form a stable state and regional and international interventions to establish security, but none has proved successful. Al-Sahab emerged from this chaos and went on to become what it is today. Part of the problem is that the government's right does not run in regions beyond the capital. The country is also witnessing a massive humanitarian crisis amid a severe drought. It is easy, as state institutions remain fragile and dependent on the mercy of international donors. It is easy for the militants to retain their territorial fields. There are no magic bullets for Somalia's woes, but to begin with, the federal government in Mogadishu and its regional and international backers should have a comprehensive security and crisis responsive approach. The government focus should be on providing essential services, goods and relief to the people, while at the same time establishing an effective and affordable security architecture through a broad-based political consensus. Both state building and counter-terror operations should be carried out side by side, and the international community should generously back Somalia in its fight for survival. Full stop.